through this hard point, and that's why you carry a pistol. You get it in because you can fight in the water as well. Abizi doing Abizi things, looks for his second kill on the map, finds it, looks for the third already, and he's got it. Abizi's hot, and it's only just started.
Yeah, that's not a good look if you're Minnesota Rokkr, is it, when you see Abizi come flying out the gates like that? You need players like Afro and Bounce to try and match it. Can we find a couple of his own now as Sim's trying to lock something in if he can do, but it's a nice wipe coming in here by the side of Minnesota Rokkr. They'll force the issue, try and get the spawns for P2.
He's already got his 5th kill under this one.
Good
Lord. That's back-to-back 3 kill streaks there.
To try and find a break.
But Cammy really the only member here of Rokkr finding anything consistently in that kill feed. As they look for it eventually, it is going to be break from Minnesota Rokkr. They've done it. Abizi's going to move forward now. 7-2, looking to get into this hill ton. And he isn't missing, but Slasher takes him down.
Yeah, and eventually Rokkr, by forcing down that room side, will find a route through. Can Faze manage to find a bounce back here, though, because they haven't been cleared off the point. Celium is there to find 2. Minnesota Rokkr not getting any time for all that. They were able to find that break. The spawns will down low as well. So if you're Minnesota Rokkr, you've got to flood. Of course, Atlanta Faze is still going to spawn towards the back. They'll have that information in their minds, but can they do anything about it? Sometimes you can't when Faze are involved. Cammy can find very, very little. It's a clean break back for Atlanta Faze. But for Rokkr, you've kept them off the majority of that time. 20 seconds to play with. Faze will take it, but it could have been a lot worse than that.
Yeah, now it's just got to be for Rokkr a little bit of a regain and a reset. They've got one player already out towards next. They're going to go across and it will be parallel spawn.
You need the rest of the team to be able to do something. And look where Faze are now spawning Rokkr. They're not really going to have a good indication. They find him in the end anyway. It's a wonderful rotation from Faze. And they're just putting the herd on now. This could be about an 80-point lead by the time we head over towards the next hill, because the setup from Faze is so good. And everybody from Rokkr currently right now. It's hard to find a break when you're running into Abizi. It's 3-piece after 3-piece. It's 6 spree for Abizi. 16-5 and counting.
And I don't know if Rokkr just aren't having a great game or whether Abizi has just come to play. Slasher on the 6th streak himself. It has gone from bad to worse for Rokkr. They'll get his final spawn, and Cammy's been burned by Celium. They are not even finding scrap time. Now they have to go all the way across the map again. Atlanta Faze firmly in the driving seat.
Yeah, just in the most perfect of positions. The only player who could potentially do something about this next rotation is Afro, who is going to get a hold of the spawns. But again, Abizi, every time we switch to the POV, 3 members of Rokkr dying in front of our eyes. Now going to get the spawns at the back thanks to Afro. He's going to be able to lock that down, but is it even going to matter? Abizi for 4 in a row here and just searching, hunting for more.
Basically looking to go round and round with these streaks again. Has a potential for a next one. Tries to pick up the attack. Will find it. Throws more shots down. A 5 streak again. 21-6. Nothing but pain for Rokkr. Nothing but fun for Abizi. That's his second cruise. Didn't even get to use the first one. And will be killed by Slasher. They've killed him all
far here against the Minnesota Rokkr. There's a lot of time left to go, but that time may be short-lived for the Minnesota Rokkr at this stage. Atlanta Faze running away with this one. The only thing is for Rokkr, they momentarily do have P2 spawns, but on the hunt for them is Celium for the side of Faze. Big kill over towards the dome side. So now the rest of Atlanta Faze, where you're going to spawn up, you've got P2. Job done if you're Celium. Here's another one.
Easy. This isn't fair, and it's certainly not fun for Rokkr.
I mean, this is just an absolute bodying at this stage. Sasha's 9-6, by the way. My guy is feet up, big chiller, because he has Abizi. There's another 3 in a row. He's 30-7. Honestly, observers, just stay on Abizi at this stage, because he is doing it all for Atlanta Faze's team. Although Simp is just trying to even those odds a little bit. 2 in the middle of the map, forcing the pressure away. Atlanta Faze very much have been sitting pretty since the word go in this map. I don't think at any stage they've been behind, and it's mostly been due to the fact that Abizi might just be about to drop 40 on Rokkr's head. If he had more time, I believe it will be happening. It may well take another rotation of hills, though. We may be heading over towards P4 again. Last time around, Afro was here to try and help the rest of the Rokkr team get themselves over, but they all continuously got gunned. Faze are looking to put this one to bed.
And this game is all but over, and Abizi will not get the kill record because the game is done too fast. It's 250-74. Rokkr have been run.
Here though, Brycey. Kick call by Simp.
Looking for it. Cammy just round the corner, finds the first one, trying to get out of it, and he has done it. Advantage now to Minnesota Rokkr. Sniper has come to play, and it has opened the opportunity here for Rokkr to take this round.
The bomb's starting to go down. It's the only player Faze have really got to make, because they can't challenge Cammy from this angle. They know that this one is just strictly off limits. Selim will have a look anyway. Cammy will then start to get pushed and finds two maps have really been just finding the grenades onto Abizi. Simp is waiting in the cantina. He knows they're tagged up because the shots came in. It's easy cleanups for Simp. Fame will be able to answer back. I was about to say 2 versus 2, but Simp something before they get stopped. They would have taken something to continue that form. This time around, Rokkr can challenge over towards the side, but Abizi has been unleashed towards the hedges. Run for your lives. My goodness me, everybody falls. Abizi actually not the one that finds the bullets in the end, but Bance. Player playing over towards B on an island on his own has got a hell of a job to do to keep Rokkr flawless in the search.
Well, that's going to be a nightmare. Already gun Simp will instantly fall. The flank doesn't work out. There's a haul of Minnesota.
Simp's going to have a job to do here as Minnesota Rokkr are sending a lot of bodies over towards B.
Simp's here first though, finds the first and gets away with it as well, looking for the second. He's weak, and Simp has just shut down Rokkr's complete push by himself. Bance and Cammy, the last two alive, but they are outnumbered. Simp's also called out that somebody is alive in tin.
Cammy just watching the cross, trying to help his teammates out who were a beat. Now very much dead. Cammy, what can you find here? I'm going to say very, very little. Simp will fall. His shot. Simp is usually there to do so. Flash is going to go back down. Is going to get caught though. That was him on the 4 spree. Does fall. Now we're 2 versus 2.
If Atlanta Faze can get this bomb down, Ton, they will be in a fantastic position. Afro and Cammy playing super calm. Cammy hasn't seen them cross either.
No information for either team. Selim having to back up, watch the flank. Simp is the one that will probably find this information first, but Selim will be looking for these long-range fights. Push towards the back, but there's info for you. Afro is stomping around.
Afro going to try and make the jump. I think he is. Simp is waiting for him though, and Afro has to back off. Time is ticking down. 23 seconds left to go. Selim finds the first. There will be a chow flying through the doorway, but surely he can't shoot 2 directions at once. Simp flies out.
Selim and Simp play to perfection once again. Now for Rokkr, what's the play? Being beaten to a pulp the last 3 rounds. Well, the first blow into a BT is always going to help.
Yeah, this time Atlanta Faze may not have had a trophy up in the position they wanted it to, and the timing there for Selim, he doesn't manage to get that kill back. Slasher does manage to though. This bomb will go down, but it will be a huge push coming in from him as well. Simp first round the corner, takes down Afro, already flying through. Selim looking for Cammy, finds it now. Bance in a 1 versus 3, but he's outnumbered, outgunned, and Atlanta Faze take that round with an easy retake.
Are you ready for Slasher to be in this position? No.
Slasher still playing so patient. They're looking for him there. And they've taken him down. This gives them a slight advantage this time.
Info must have been that. They must have heard him. So now 3 versus 2 retake, but you got to get through Selim.
Stays alive, gets out, plays his life, goes back up top. Life going again, full snaking going on, and that's a huge kill. That's a bomb defuse as well. The ninja in the face. Great call there from Minnesota Rokkr.
Spree still though, he gets to continue it. If he can find another cruise missile, wouldn't be bad. But look at this from Abizi again. How was he up? He sprinted through. Cantina control, absolute from Atlanta Faze, and Minnesota Rokkr don't want anything to do with it. That's finding that kill over towards B though is going to open up. Someone's going to have to answer this.
Bance has given them an opportunity with that kill. Selim versus Bance. If Bance chows this, you'd favor Selim. Does he see him there as well? And Selim goes for the Y chow, will get it. A 2 versus 3 now. They need to get this bomb down very, very quickly. Selim also has the cruise missile. Cammy finds the first. He knows surely they're coming down the back there. He's going to see Slasher. Selim's getting close. He needs his teammate to back him up here as well. Cammy somehow gets out of the window. A 1 versus 2 for Cammy. Finds the second. Looking for the third. Not going to be enough. Selim wins it. It's 5 now to Faze.
That's not ideal. Ball spree for Bance was nearly ended. The nade bounces off, and that's actually going to give a lot of Atlanta Faze members time to get into Cantina again. And he is just the Reaper of Mikado, and that is absurd from Abizi, and that should be game.
Oh, the most dangerous player to Abizi in this game has been Slasher, because Abizi just kills 3 members of Rokkr every time we see him. Cammy will go down as well. That's the S&D. Buried.
Should pretty much do it as the kills in the middle of the map are secured by Faze. Now start thinking about a push over towards A and B is well and truly gone.
Tim finds Afro already up top class. Finds another one onto Bance. They cannot be letting this player run rampant throughout their spawn. And he goes for the chow, eventually taken down. The trades come back in once again, though. Cammy, the only member really standing here, as that tick starts to come in for Atlanta Faze.
Yeah, the top glass push is going to have to start coming on through. You got no control over towards the roadside. It's a brilliant start here from Faze. BZ just lingering, expecting the push to start to come through. Spar side, Cammy going to win the gunfight. You didn't expect him to. The second one's going to fall through. The trades have worked out very much in Minnesota Rokkr's favor. It's a nice retake, and they can force Faze now back towards the statue.
Been playing well on this control so far. That's going to hit the flag as well. That's been called out for him. He's going to find the second, almost done by a BZ, but isn't going to be in the end. And Atlanta Faze still have positioning. Celium looking for this one.
Still a lot of potential for Faze to find this attacking round. Takes one decent wipe. Sim set up over towards the bar area. It's crucial that Fame stays alive, and he goes one better. Finds two and a third. Minnesota Rokkr, they're going to be forced away, and this is going to give Atlanta Faze a great opportunity to set themselves up so deep.
This is now a problem. Rokkr have to fight this 3 out. You do not want to get caught in the tunnel spawn. So they will fight all the way through this to make sure that does not happen. They've still got time. They've still got lives. This is possible for them, but Sim going to be on the flank. Fame staying alive for it as well. Big Chow's come in. What? He's just gunned to... Slasher and Celium combine, and Slasher finds a 2. Fame has not done an awful lot in this position, and they needed him. And now he has to move. He has to be the catalyst for this next push. Rokkr, desperate to stop this clock. Fame will jump in, find Celium as well. One last glimmer of hope.
Can you find the push through? Afro's the only one here. The contestant is in. They know exactly where he is. They find the gunfight. Especially for that second gunfight. Slasher playing the smart game there towards the street side. Immediately expect Rokkr to overextend to try and force those spawns away. Finds one player napping. Now the rest of Faze are in a good position where they can find the push. Simple find one. That's momentarily 3-4 dead for Minnesota Rokkr. This could be it for Faze in the attacking round.
I think this is it. I just don't even think they can really get there. It's a full stack. Everybody in. Second tick. Third tick seconds away. And already Atlanta Faze have done it. There was no way for Rokkr to get back across that map. Afro's going to try and stay alive, but Sim finds another 2. And they only get 2 ticks, and now they're running scared.
Make that 3 for Simp.
I mean, we'll take down Fame, though. They do have numbers in around this point. The pressure is now coming through as well. Simp gets 1. Cammy still alive. Not going to get the 2-piece. And Rokkr, it's so close, but so far every time.
8v6 on the line front. 25 seconds remaining. Minnesota Rokkr, series in jeopardy here. Need to find a push. Cammy will find a BZ. Is that going to open up the door?
And all of Faze are hitting the deck. They are playing it slow. They are waiting for it. Bats long range onto him as well. Look for the second. He does get it. It's an opportunity. Rokkr find the 3rd as well. They've got to get onto the point. Only 1 left, but it's Sip, unfortunately. And down he goes. And that should be enough. Rokkr stay alive in this series. It feels like it should be the entire series. They should have won, but it's just... And it goes tense and it goes quiet here on Himmelman. Afro looking for somebody. Anybody. Finds a BZ. 18 seconds left to go. Atlanta Faze turn. They have to make a move.
Yeah, they have to do something. They haven't been able to find any kills. And Minnesota Rokkr have just played their lives to perfection. 8 seconds away. Doesn't look like Faze have got it in the pack yet.
It certainly doesn't. Rokkr have found something against Atlanta Faze in this series.
Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen. We EMP'd Bryson Tunn to bring you this special coverage. We got Alley Cat, Nameless, and Puckett on the mic here. And, of course, we're looking at Hardpoint. Game number 4, Faze on match point. Minnesota still in this, so Alley.
I mean, you can say it's still in it off that P1. There isn't a lot of time soaked on either side of these things, but it's going to be Atlanta Faze in P2. One of the biggest money hills on this map, but Minnesota Rokkr not in a terrible position. That's going to be Bance with a big opener to try and collapse onto this point and maybe try to soak some time here at the end.
Absolutely. Yep. Faze picking up a decent amount of time here. Responds. Let's start trying to think about next hill. I mean, these hills are lockdown hills right now. Minnesota picking up some time. You see all of Faze.
The biggest problem will be is if Rokkr break this, Atlanta Faze will be in a lot of trouble very, very early. And Afro finds 2. They're putting on the pressure towards Barber at the same time. Afro finds another. And now 1 player left for them as well. They're going to go for the pinch into this. Only Celium left alive. He's going to fall to Fame at the same time. And that is a rapid break from Rokkr.
Really good break coming in from Rokkr, and you think about some of the breaks that have come through from them already. Against New York, they lost rotation 8 out of the 11 hills that were played. In numbers, BZ will be there to clean it up. 20 seconds to play for, though. The lead will still be 40 by the time we head over towards P5.
There we go. Afro looking for it on the rotation. It is going to fall, though. Reinforcements from Bats. Tries to find this gunfight and will do. Only because Celium is weak, but Cammy takes down Bats as well. And it's a horrible trade coming in from Minnesota.
Oh, they can't get a hold of it. Good stuff coming from Faze.
And now they've turned up. It is horrifying. Kind of reminds me of Major number 2 for these teams. They were the force that kind of put them into that 3rd place in the end. And now firing forward once again. Bats is going to find one, find the 2nd. He's on a 6 streak himself. And realistically, Faze desperately need into this as Bats now gets on his 7 streak.
40 seconds to play for here. Minnesota Rokkr are bodying Atlanta Faze. It almost feels like when you're playing against Faze this game. Looking to try and flip the spawns if they can. Good hold so far from Rokkr, controlling over towards the hedge side, controlling the middle of the map, winning their gunfights as well. They haven't allowed a BZ to take over like he did last time around. But it's looking like this rotation over towards P2. And it does come in 30 seconds or so. It's going to belong to Atlanta Faze. Rokkr hitting it from the alley.
Afro finds a massive 2-piece there in the cantina.
Wow.
He finds a 3rd as well. That made
for this rotation to lock in. The cruise missile comes through. We'll find Celium. Push now gonna have to come as Slasher will get killed off spawn. He's now gonna spawn probably towards them in map. Cammy finds 2, and that might be the game. Faze are not close enough.
They are miles away. Seconds tick down here for Atlanta Faze. Cammy on Overwatch. It's a 4-man hit towards the back alley, and they need to move, and they need to move mad. Celium finds the burst. Cammy's going to find one, though. Going to fall down as well. And Atlanta Faze will not fall on this hill. They have managed to get in.
The big push down alleyway was the first job done. Celium, Simp, starting to light up kills here as well. This is going to be 25 seconds, potentially going over towards the side of Atlanta Faze. If you're Minnesota Rokkr, you just have to lick your wounds. You have to move away. You are 6 points away from the win. Faze, by the time they get here, are going to be about 5th. This one's going down to the wire, but the transitional kills going to...
The Rokkr have done so much. They've come so far, but this map still rests on potentially just one play.
way.
Celium gets through. Fame needs to find the 2, and he hasn't. Sim's going to be in. Atlanta Faze have broken Rokkr on the cusp of the rotation. Afro finds one. Somehow stays alive. Continuing to run. Abeezy's going to be here.
It's an overchild.
It's traded by Cammy. Rokkr are back into the point. Only Celium can stop them now. 3 seconds go down as Afro makes the hero play. And Sim flies in as well. But Rokkr win the hard points. And they fought so hard to keep that alive. Clean out Celium. Look, clean out Simp. We're watching over. Bomb will go down, and Simp finds Bans before they can get it. There's not a lot of time left now for Minnesota.
That's the problem when you take your time, play for the picks. You then start to make it move, and things don't go your way. Things can go south very, very quickly. 15 seconds to get over towards that bomb and plant it for Fame. Don't know if Afro is going to be positioned to do something here. Celium on Overwatch. They know exactly what's going on. Oh, they're in trouble.
And every single time Rokkr have gone for the plant, they've fallen. Atlanta Faze just playing around that bomb site.
Nothing towards that bedroom side, so it is going to be down to Fame to watch that cross, which is something that Faze are going to want to try and play with. Yeah, but BZ 2 HP is going to somehow get out. Doesn't commit to the challenge over towards that A side, but that's a lot of utility burn from Rokkr and some gaps opening up in the defense now. Simp will find one. Simp will find a 2nd. My word. Faze just play patient and it works beautifully. Afro left in the 1 versus 4.
And down he falls as well. And Faze with the split and pick does not go there. Not want to approach this. A little bit hesitant. Bance gonna go there. Actually baits out for his teammate in Fame. Still need to get this bomb down though. And here's the monster, the nightmare of BZ. Again, they get to play off the bomb. They are running out of time. Celium on the cross. And finds Fame as well, and they still cannot get this bomb down. Rokkr can end.
What?
Afro finds Simp. Unbelievable. Celium in a 1 versus 2. And Cammy's in trouble.
We only got to see the latter stages of that gunfight, but we'll get to see the follow-on here. Celium will find another. Now on the 1 versus 1.
Oh, and he sees him. He sees him, and now he's going to have to chase. Nade going out as well. Celium gets across to the bomb, and he's going to go for this straight away. Looking for the ninja, and Afro's going to dive out towards him, but doesn't get the kill. And Celium tried to make a hero play. It wasn't going to go, but Rokkr eventually get around. But my goodness, it is very, very difficult.
You'll have heard this, surely. I'll have good eyes on where Abeezy is. Pops the door open, checks the bomb. Abeezy will go for the challenge. Afro can do very little about that. Push over towards the bedroom side. Abizi just going to linger in this position, make it hard for Rokkr to retake the most important part of this bomb site.
They've got to go against the Heady. They've got to go against the BZ. They've got to find their way through as well here. Bance is going to be on the flank, but he's already having his own fight against Slasher. Simp finds Bance as well. Now Simp finds Cammy, and now it's just Fame left alone, and down he falls. And Faze, after trying to split the map, just end up getting...
Simp will go for the plant. The grenade is probably on its way. There it is. Down, but you know what? Faze not in a terrible spot. Slasher will be calling this out as well. That's a lot of information gained for Slasher. This bomb may well go down now.
And they're readjusting here. They haven't gone for the plant quite yet. Slasher looking for this player, but the gun is going to be the way. Bance will get off the donut. It's Abizi and Celium, a 2 versus 3, but Abizi's going to find that kill and not get traded onto Cammy. Eventually will be found. It's Celium at 1 versus 2, but players every single angle, and Afro will get it. And that is a tie-up for Minnesota.
Nicely done, I think, making a lot of noise for one player. But there's the read. Abizi will find one. You'll see a lot over towards the restaurant side, so information gained for Faze. Can Abizi survive?
Rokkr in a little bit of trouble. They're a bit pinned in. Slasher managed to get one, but Fame will find Abizi. Do they rotate back over this? And Faze have called this as well. Celium will take down Fame. It's a 2 versus 3, and Rokkr are split.
Really tough spot now for Rokkr, but a good shot from Bance. Celium will get dealt with, but there's no way he's ready for Simp yet. Bomb now down. Afro rotating his way around, but this is just mission impossible. Can he manage it with 24 seconds?
No dead silence either, so they're going to hear him coming. They'll take every single angle. It's a crossfire for them as well. Faze set up and ready. Rokkr, a big hit coming in already. They're going aggressive in towards B. Sims has been stun checked over, but Abizi will get his trade before anything comes through. And they are in trouble, but they will get Abizi. It's a trade back to a 2 versus 2. Cammy and Fame left as they now backpedal and reset their battle line.
Celium trying to make a move with Deddy. Isn't going to be able to find it. Fame can answer. Now Slasher in the 1 versus 2. Does have the chance to get that bomb, but does he know it? 50 seconds remaining. Minnesota Rokkr very much putting all their eggs in the B basket here, expecting the push to come through, but Slasher's still so much work to do.
Slasher's entire clutch revolves around getting this bomb down in a position he can defend it. Here goes the dead silence. Scoops up the bomb. Does he go A or B? B is where the problems lie. There's 2 players from Rokkr sitting in here, ready for this bomb to go down, and Cammy will find it as well.
So with all those fistfuls of confidence, just head over towards B. Slasher will back down. Nothing he can do about this. Except maybe catch a player who's maybe been a little bit overzealous. That bomb is now down. It'll have to be a hellish retake from Faze, yeah.
Here they go. Wall bangs are plenty. Trying to figure out every single angle. He's got a toe there. Not getting anything more from Celium. Time still ticking down. They've got to dig them out as well. Celium just looking in the wrong directions. Cammy will find one. Gets that trade into Simp, 2 versus 3. In comes a second.
No
Celium will
shot.
find one as well. And there'll be a push from Saffron. He finds 2. And Rokkr go ahead. That was the play call. We saw Bance
to really put themselves in a good position. But speaking of good positions, Abizi has now found himself in one. Faze start to rotate this bomb over towards A. I don't think Afro was expecting Simp to be lingering around restaurant. For a matter of fact, I don't think Bance is either. Simp will get himself away, go for the rechal as well. It's just simply wonderful from Simp.
It's now a 2 versus 4. Fame already taking shots today. 1 versus 4 for them as well. We have gone all the way. It is another.
That plays into the mind of Rokkr that we've lost it. How do we really regain control of this? You're going to have to find some good gunfights.
Rokkr don't know where to go, and Simp will find the first blood on the Bance. 13 and 6 for Simp. It could be the end for Rokkr. It's a big push coming through. It's Abizi. Down he goes. 2 versus 3. It's Cammy and Fame, and they are making moves for this one as well. Slasher going to be on Overwatch, and Cammy will gun him. Down to a 2 versus 2. Simp, Celium, Cammy, and Fame.
There's just no way that Cammy wins that gunfight. This is a retake now for Faze. Celium and Simp, can you get it done?
Celium has found the first. Cammy, the 1 versus 2, has the dead silence. We'll be looking for everything. Slowly, slowly opens a door. None of these windows are broken, though. Who doesn't want to risk it? There's another door locked in. He's going to see the first one, and he's going to be taken down. Simple end it. It is over. A 2 versus 2 falls. Not a kill for Rokkr.
Games 1 and 2, and then Rokkr start to slide back in the series. Where did it get weird for you guys?
I think it got weird on one of the, I think it was the second defense on Expo. We kind of just like could have clutched that up, but we didn't, and we kind of like trolled, I feel like. But I mean, it was good that we got a rep of Expo because we haven't played it yet in a match, and it was good to see where we are on that map.
It was really fun to watch as well, but I do want to touch on your 38-12 performance. You were in flow state. We all just saw everything going your way. What happens? What enables you to find these moments? Because I can remember at least 3 off the top of my head that have happened just this year.
I mean, I don't know. I was just, like you said, I was in the flow state. Everything was going my way. I was in the water, jumping up and down, getting kills with the pistol. It was actually an insane map, no bullshit. Like, that's all I gotta say.
I want to talk to you about the hardpoint disparities, because every time their team seems to be 2 hardpoints in a series that you guys are playing, you smoke the team in one of them and then always end up losing the second one, whether it's the map 1 or map 4. Can you tell me, is it just because of the longevity of these series? Is it like a map pool problem? Is it just the way the teams are playing? Can you talk to me about your hardpoint struggles?
I mean, sometimes it's just gonna go that way. You know, we're gonna split hard points, and I feel like against good teams, if you're splitting hard points, it's not a bad thing if you're clutch up. If you can clutch up and control an S&D. But like, we definitely we're still working on it. Obviously, we know that we need work on it, and you know, we're doing everything we can every day to get better at it. So.
Abizi, talk to me about the end of the Mercado hardpoint. Now, there was a situation where you flew out, you ended up dying, you guys almost made that comeback. Talk to me about that situation, then also about like when to be aggressive and when not to be aggressive. I know there's a ton of people watching that are like, that guy plays super fast, but when I play like that, I'm getting mowed down. So talk to people about how you decide when it's time to really speak those plays.
I mean, sometimes you just have to take your timings. If you know you have a timing to make a play, then just go with your gut. And I mean, sometimes it'll pay off for you, sometimes it won't. It's just kind of how the game works. But, you know, definitely just take your timing sometimes if you have to.
There you go, Abizi. Congratulations on the win tonight. You now improved to 3-1 and have a top 4 seed. Any final words for the fans watching you in your last match tomorrow?
Thank you for all the support as always, and yeah, we look forward to the match tomorrow against Seattle.
There you go. Congratulations. We'll see you tomorrow against the Surge. That's Abizi. That is Atlanta Faze with the final dub on the